Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special weekend hangout sesh where I'm going to share the clips of my Peruvian trip in April. I was planning on making a travel vlog, travel vlog of my trip to Peru, but unfortunately, I didn't make that much footage. So I'm just going to show the clips and show the clips on my YouTube short. Well, I did show a YouTube short clip of me at the Peruvian McDonald's, and yeah. They sell fried chicken there called Polo McCrispy. They sell it with French fries, but they don't sell it with hot sauce. And when I asked them for salsa picante, the McDonald's service worker was like, "¿Qué? Mande? No, no entiendo." It was very funny, but yeah. Before I landed in Peru, I first flew to El Salvador, which was quite an interesting experience considering like you can pay with Bitcoin at that airport, and El Salvador got a really nice international airport. That President Bukele really changed things around. Like he really cleaned that country up. And then after that, I went to Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, which was interesting to say the least. I'll share a clip of my trip to Colombia in 1 second. And the first thing I noticed when I was there was the Afro-Colombian population because Afro-Colombians don't immigrate to the United States that often. And you only really see Colombians on the East Coast of the U.S., not on the West Coast. So it was quite interesting seeing.
There's black folk out here. Just made it to Colombia. Yeah. Hella black people out here, folks. I didn't know that, huh?
Yeah, it was quite interesting. And looking phenotype wise, Afro Colombians are, yeah, they're black on average black Americans. There's not much European DNA with them, but there is a lot of indigenous DNA. That's to have them have a unique phenotype. Yeah, they look unique. They look quite unique. And yeah, in Bogota, most of the population there was early mestizos. So Colombia had like a big extreme of Afro Colombians and mestizo white Colombians. I don't know how their racial system is, but it was quite interesting. It was a quite interesting place, and they had this water. So this type of water, like water con gas. Basically, it was carbonated water. It's pretty much a thing in South America where they drink carbonated water, just plain old carbonated water without the sugar and anything like that. And yeah, it was quite good. Water con gas. The water sand gas would be the uncarbonated water. So yeah, that was something I learned in South America that carbonated water was a thing. And after that, I flew to Peru to go see friends, and I stayed in a very nice part of Peru called Miraflores. Part of my, I'm not sure here's a clip of Miraflores. Quite interesting. It felt like, in my LA perspective, like the Santa Monica of Lima. Hmm. Miami looking, right? Yeah, I mean, the vibe of Lima to me felt like in between LA and Miami. The geography is like LA, but the music, the culture, yeah, it was Miami like. I mean, salsa was very huge out there. Salsa and cumbia were like the main types of music that was played there. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the food in Colombia is probably, I say, the best in the world. One of the best in the world, and cheap. You can get like really good food, like lomo saltado for like $7 US. Like most of the time, you get lomo saltado in an American restaurant, like a El Pollo Inca or like any other like Peruvian type restaurant. It's usually over $20. So it was it was delicious. And the ceviche, you can get that for 10 US. And it's probably some of the best ceviche you'll ever have in your life. Oh my god, I was in ecstasy when I was in that ceviche. I was like, damn, this is delicious. But yeah, Peru has an interesting culture, and this is a cool little plaza you don't really see in. Yeah, no, sorry, I was moving on to plaza part. But yeah, here is the downtown of where I was staying at, along with my friend and her boyfriend, who was a competitive surfer. They really showed me around the Lima and Miraflores. Let me get that clip uploaded for y'all.
That's John Kennedy.
Yeah, quite a nice spot of Peru. Pretty much is like the richest part of Lima. And I also went to the area where the national stadium was, and I went to a surfing competition that was happening in Lima. Yeah, it was interesting. It felt like it didn't feel all that different from LA culturally. I mean, you pretty much had a similar mix of people, like a lot of mestizo people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Asians. I mean, Peru has the highest Asian population in Latin America, for sure. I mean, I saw a Japanese man walk up and say "Hola." That's quite interesting. And Chinese, there's like Chinese restaurants everywhere. It's pretty much like one of the main cuisines out there is they call it chifa. I'm gonna share a clip of y'all of the chifa, like of the menu of chifa is delicious. Like Peru, this has busting delísimo, riquísima comidas. Let's get here. Yes. All right. Show y'all this chifa. Yeah, here is a menu of the local Chinese food they call chifa.
Quiero completo en inglés. Un momento.
Yeah, my Espanol is a is a poco better. It's like a Mexico accent. Yeah, so they had a hard time understanding what I'm saying, and sometimes, yeah, I forget words. Like my Spanish isn't like 100% there; it's like 70% there. So I like forget words. My pronunciation comes off as like, "Oh, you're English speaker." So they spoke to me in English sometimes. It was quite interesting. Pardon that line. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I gotta tell y'all, driving in Peru is crazy, especially taking a taxi because most of them taxis, or like a large amount of them taxis, don't have seatbelts on them, and I was hanging on for dear life on the taxi. I'm gonna share this clip of y'all, like my taxi ride.
Si te escuchamos, Panaperidos. Hola Panamericana, buenas tardes, tiburón, buenas tardes, por favor. Mi Panaperido para el día de hoy es un verano en Nueva York. Gracias.
Quite interesting. Yeah, yeah. It was hanging interesting, hanging on for dear life. But last but not least, I stayed on a street called Tupac. Yes, it was called Kelly Tupac Amaru, based off of Peruvian emperor. Yeah, he was one of the last you know what I'm saying, one of the last emperors of the Inca state before the Spanish colonizers came over. It was quite interesting. Like I was
Si te
thinking,
escuchamos, van a pedidos.
but Tupac was named after, yeah, Tupac Amaru. Yeah, it was quite cool to be on Tupac Street. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, my hotel's on Cali Tupac Amaru, after the rapper Tupac Shakur. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I was only there for 3 days and really enjoyed my time. And I want to go back there sometime next year and see Cusco, Machu Picchu. Like that's where a lot of most of the tourists went. Like on my flight from Colombia to Peru, like most of the people on the flight were from North America. It was mostly Americans and Canadians, with a few Brits there. So it felt super Anglosphere. You know what I'm saying? It felt weird seeing people who was speaking English because when I took the flight from El Salvador to Colombia, it was completamente en español. It was totally en español. Yeah, it was quite a great experience. You know, my first, you know, what I'm saying my first trip to South America in the summer hemisphere. Yeah, and yes, I did do a weekend hangout session in Peru in April with Kaz Lucada and Scotty Johnson. Yeah, and yeah, the internet was breaking up a lot on that live stream because it was South American internet in the summer hemisphere. You know? But yeah, just, just in conclusion, Lima felt like a South American version of Los Angeles, and it was a lot cleaner. Ironically, like yeah, you didn't see homeless tents out there. Yeah, they're homeless was just basically on the streets and basically like their poor housing is like on the outskirts of the city. Yeah, where pretty much they just build things on hills. You know, instead of putting a tent in the middle of the street like we do in the U.S. Well, it's California cities. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to wrap up this quick little weekend hangout session where I talked about my exciting trip to Peru. I'm telling y'all, folks, if you get a passport, go see the world. And one more, yeah, especially if you're a single man having trouble in the dating life, go out there in Peru and you'll easily find a partner. So yeah, stay tuned next week. I'm going to have another fun weekend hangout session with a couple of guests. Unfortunately, the guest I originally supposed to have couldn't make it, so you know, talked about my trip to Peru. So have a good weekend, everybody. Peace out.